Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Lock Daddy commentating Magic the Gathering. And what do we have today? The very first Pioneer tournament. Oh, baby, I'm excited. Well, okay, it's Pioneer Modern. It's the Star City Game Invitational, and they're featuring, I think, 8 rounds of Pioneer, 8 rounds of Modern, or maybe they're going to do 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 both days. But I don't know that much about Pioneer. This is gonna be fun. I'm very curious to see, like, I know like the top decks, like right now. I know like a lot of the top decks right now for Pioneer, but I want to see like the range. I want to see the range of all the decks for Pioneer. So this is super cool. Let's get right into it. I don't have any expectations of what are going to be the best decks, except for I heard the Bant Scape Shift deck is very, very good, putting up a lot of good results. But other than that, let's go. What we got? Mono Green Devotion versus Simic Eldrazi. All right, Once Upon a Time. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Once Upon a Time, and according to the most recent bannings, they just banned Veil of Summer. That was the last banned card, because let's face it, Veil of Summer is ridiculously good. I could see them even banning Veil of Summer in Modern. Like, the card is just too good. Like, it's a 2-for-1-for-1. It's a crazy good hate card. I don't know. Elvish Mystic. And then, of course, Felidar Guardian got banned because of Felidar Guardian's Saheeli combo, which was probably the best deck in the format. They also banned Leyline of Abundance for this Green Devotion deck. This Green Devotion deck actually was one of the best decks, too, because it played Leyline of Abundance, and it also played... they also banned... what's the other card they banned? They banned the one-cost... the Nissa's... The Nissa one-drop card that looks at the top 3 card, and you get a land, a creature... Or it's a land, a creature, or a planeswalker? That card got banned, too. So it's all cards from this deck that got banned, essentially. Because this deck was just like stomping everything. Okay, so look at the board already. Alright, so this is turn 3, and he's got Burning Tree, Elvish Mystic, Jade Light in play. And what? A bunch of mana he can make off Nykthos. 5 mana off Nykthos. Ooh, and what is that? Oh, that's Arcbow Ranger. And then Walking Ballista on 1. Oh, and you can put counters on the Walking Ballista with Vivian Arcbow Ranger. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Seems pretty overwhelming here. He's just got the Love-Struck Beast, which is a 5/5, but, I mean, look how big this board is already. Gonna go after the Arcbow. He's got a million blockers. He's probably just going to chump with the Burning Tree. Or maybe just... No, he's probably going to... Well... Oh, he can just block with the Jade Light and then ping it for 1. Yeah, I think that's the play. But green is definitely, like, one of the best colors, I feel like, in Pioneer. Because you got the 1/1 mana dorks. You know, you got... good ramp cards. There's still really good ramp cards in Pioneer, even though you don't get, you know, Search for Tomorrow or Sakura Tri-Builder. Alright, looks like we're getting a... Is it a rules call? Alright, so what happened? So he's gonna chump with the Ballista and then shoot the Elvish Mystic? Ooh, Brazen Buccaneer. Bounce the Ranger. Okay. Yeah, Brazen Buccaneer, this card's really, really good too. This card's almost as good as Vendilion Click. Slightly different utility. You get to affect the board rather than affecting their hand. And then it's a 3/1 flyer, which is very, very strong. It can't block ground creatures, but that's not a huge issue. He's just going to play the Arcbow Ranger again. Play another Ballista. What, swing him for 6? This deck's really strong. Green Devotion. I played Green Devotion in Standard when it was a thing with Nykthos. And it was a strong deck. With Polukranos. I think he's playing Polukranos too. I think I saw Polukranos when he looked at the top 5 cards with, which is the 4 mana for a 5/5, and then it's got Monstrosity. You can put X counters, 1/1 counters on it, and it fights target. Very strong card. I'm wondering if Abzan is playable. I guess like the multicolored decks, like the 3-color decks, are going to be harder to play with no fetch lands. I mean, you get the shock lands, but it's a little bit risky with no fetch lands. I guess you get the pain lands too, but you end up doing a lot of damage to yourself, I feel like. With the land bases if you want to play like 3 colors. And you don't get cards like Astrolabe or anything like that. And you actually don't get snow-covered lands either, so... Alright, he had it fight the creature. Or he had it deal its damage. Killed the Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, I think it's over for Simic Eldrazi. We haven't seen a single Eldrazi on the Simic side. But it looks like he's playing Arcbow Ranger too. That looks like to be a favorite. Certainly for its devotion, because it's 3 green. Alright, GG's. You're going to show a sideboard? I guess it's not showing a sideboard. Do they not have the setup? I guess they don't have the setup for Pioneer. I hope... Alright, game number 2. Turn 1 Once Upon a Time and Elvish Mystic. Yeah, Once Upon a Time is and they both have the same exact play. Wow. Smuggler's Copter. This card seems really good too. This card was banned in Standard because everyone was playing it. 3/3 flyer, pilot 1, or crew 1, and when it attacks, you can discard a card and draw a card. Entrancing Melody, nice. I still have like 3 of those, I think, from Standard. It's cool to see that like some of these cards get played again, and in a constructed format. Alright, we got Thought-Knots here. Okay, here's the first Eldrazi for this Simic Eldrazi deck. And is that the 5-drop Nissa? Or is that Vivian? Okay, Questing Beast. Yeah, Questing Beast seems strong. And Jade Lights seem real good too. Oh, Verdant Gearhulk. Okay. Make a 7/7 copter. Nice. Oh, they're just pummeling each other with big creatures. I like it. Or Verdurous Gearhulk. It's not Verdant Gearhulk, it's like Verdurous Gearhulk, I think. Alright, that's the new Nissa. She Who Shapes the World, I think. She gives you a mana flare effect. All your forests produce an additional green mana. And she can make a 3/3. Turn one of your lands into a... Untap your land, turn it into a 3/3 creature with Vigilance. Alright, well that was quick. Game number 3. I appreciate quick games. I do. After that disgusting top 8 for standard with Barocco. I bet this Simic deck has Oko in it. It would not surprise me at all. Double Burning Tree. Seems good. Yep, there's an Oko in his hand, of course. Alright, just drops an Elvish Mystic. I think he's got Arcbow in his hand. I think he's just going to run out Thought-Knot here. Turn his food into a 3/3. He's going to take Elvish Mystic. Okay, that's weird. I think I would have played the Thought-Knot. There's Castle Garenbrig. Another... It's probably the best of the lands, of the new rare lands. It's basically, what, tap 5 to produce 6? It's basically just like 2 mana for 1 land, essentially. Alright, he just plays Arcbow, puts a counter on each. Okay, he's going to block one of the elk. Trade with it. And now he's going to fire off. Thought not. There's that Rex Sage and Once Upon a Time. I kind of like taking Rex Sage here. It's the more tempo play. Once Upon a Time is possibly the more powerful card, but he has to take the turn casting it while he just, you know, kills Vivian. Whereas Reclamation Sage will kill his 3/3. Yeah, he's gonna take the Rex Sage. Yeah, then he plays Copter. Yeah, he's going for way more tempo. You know, for the long game, I think the Once Upon a Time is stronger, but I think he's gonna beat him before it matters. Okay, he's gonna get Nykthos. Oh, he drew Nissa. That was a good draw. But that 4/4 is outclassing all the 3/3s, so he has no attacks. Alright, kills Arcbow. Oh yeah, he used Arcbow and made it land a 4/4. Okay, so now his Thought Knot can attack. But he's got Oko again. Alright, he's making the Thought Knot a 3/3 Elk. Because he's afraid of losing it, I guess. So he doesn't want his opponent to draw a card when it dies. It's an interesting play. Alright, he's got Arcbow too. These decks seem very similar. Except he's splashing blue for Oko. and, you know, entrancing melody, and he's playing some pain lands so he can play Thought Knots. It looks like Thought Knots is the only Eldrazi in this deck, unless he's got Sky Spawners, which I doesn't seem likely. Alright, he's making an army. Making an army o' trees. It looks like, since he has no reach or flying blockers, the Copter's going to finish off Nissa here. And then I think Simic's going to pull ahead in a moment. Oh, I know, the Copter got killed by the Reclamation Sage. Duh. They're just going to trade 4/4s for 4/4s. Trim down the battlefield a little bit. Yeah, Nissa's got attacked twice, so she's pretty far from ultimating. And he's running out of lands to animate. And then, of course, we got Oko and Arkbow still on the Eldrazi side, or Simic side. And another Lovestruck Beast, which is 5/5 is pretty good on this board state. Yeah, Jade Light Ranger is so good, especially with Nissa. Finding land seems okay. So he animates that land that he found. I mean, the 5/5s actually aren't that great because he can just team block with 3/3s and just trade a 3/3 for a 5/5, which is not ideal. Alright, he gives him a food token for a 3/3 forest. Yeah, he's playing Ether Hub because it can produce a colorless and it can produce a mana of any color once. Because I'm sure he's got no other form of energy generation. It's kind of like a Tendo Ice Bridge. It's pretty much a remake of Tendo Ice Bridge, except energy can be used for more than just the mana production. But I mean, not that he's doing that. He's essentially using it just because, as a Tendo Ice Bridge. Okay, now these are 6/6s. These are good attacks. Yeah, he's gonna pull ahead now. Just having the 2 planeswalkers, and then he just lost Nissa, so it's gonna be very hard for him to come back now. Alright, he got the Oko off the board, but he's got another Oko in hand. I'm sure he's not too worried about that. Alright, he made his forest a 3/3 elk, so now it's a 6/6 because the counters remain. Yeah, he's got 3 6/6s now, which is very good. His opponent has to 2-for-1 himself, basically, to block and kill one. And now he can't even team block. Yeah, he's just jumping. Oh yeah, they have trample too. When he gives them the counters, they also get trample. You cannot jump these. GG's. Simic Eldrazi. Not really Eldrazi, but, you know, Thought-Knots. Ooh, mono black and mono red. Nice. Sad they're both using Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, Smuggler's Copter might have to get banned too. That card was just not very well thought. He's playing Wild Slashes and Shocks. Is he playing Wizard Lightning? He's playing Soulscar and Gitu Lavamancer. He must be playing Wizard Lightning, right? Yeah, he is. Alright. Game number 2. Martin Mula. We got Azorius Flash versus Is It Phoenix. Okay. The Is It Phoenix deck was very strong in Standard. So it's a little bit better with the cards that Pioneer gives it, so I'm sure it'll be a pretty strong deck. There's Thing in the Ice. Very powerful card. He's just got it in his pocket. What? And it doesn't even have a sleeve on it. This is like foil Thing in the Ice in his pocket. What the fuck? Bro. Second Thraben. There's the cycle lands. I guess the cycle lands are a little bit more useful now. I have a bunch of those still. Maybe they're worth something now. We're definitely going to see, after this tournament, there's going to be spikes in cards, 100%. Top 8 decks are going to spike the prices, the value of cards right here. History in the making. I mean, some cards have already spiked, but like, it's the big tournaments that really affect the market. The top 8 lists. Alright, he plays Smuggler's Copter. This card seems very played so far. Ooh, Settle the Wreckage, main deck. I like it. That is a strong Magic card. Little Simic Charm, he's going to draw 2, discard 2. This is an addition to the deck that the standard deck didn't have. Kind of a 2-cost Faithless Looting that has other abilities. You can counter a non-creature spell unless they pay 2, or deal 2 damage to target creature. Pretty versatile. I play a 1-of in my my Breach Moon deck, Blue Moon. It's pretty decent. That's a modern deck too, so he's got Lightning Axe and what, another Phoenix? Okay. Any ops? He's got another opt. So he's gonna get Settle the Wreckage here. Feels bad, bro. Oh, is that a... I didn't see what that card was. He's playing Wild Slash. Oh, he's gonna get Settle the Wreckage here. Oh, he's just attacking with 2. I guess people must know that Settle the Wreckage is getting played. He must have predicted that. It's a good heads-up play. Is Path of Exile legal in Pioneer? I can't recall. All the reprints of Path of Exile have been like Modern Masters reprints. I don't know what the original. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's not in Pioneer. Reflector Mage seems good. Selfless Spirit, also good. These decks are playing Wild Slash. I wonder why they're playing Wild Slash over Shock. Maybe they're playing like a combination. Well, the Wild Slash has Ferocity, doesn't it? I can't remember what Wild Slash Ferocity is. I think it's maybe if you have Ferocity, it's exiled instead. I'm gonna look at Wild Slash real quick. That's bugging me. Control Creature's Power 4 damage can't be prevented this turn. 2 damage to any target, yeah. Okay, so it's better than Shock. Cool. I totally forgot about that card. But yeah, since you can't play Lightning Bolt, I guess Wild Slash is the next best thing. You can play Fatal Push though, but Fatal Push is a lot less good because you don't have fetch lands. But you do have there's the 4 Fabled Passages you can play, and yeah. Wild Slash. Alright, he found his 3rd thing in the ice. I think that was the 4th one. Chart of Course, great card. I feel like Chart of the Course is almost good enough for Modern. There's just not a deck that... I guess you could play it in the Modern Phoenix deck, but there might be better choices. Although I like Chart of Course better than... I feel like Chart of Course is better than the red one. Yeah, Tormenting Voices. And then there's the new version of Tormenting Voices that's instant speed. Which I still think Chart of Course is better than the instant speed Tormenting Voices. Because it lets you draw the 2 cards and then discard. You don't have to discard it first. As part of the casting cost. Alright, he gets a Phoenix back. He's just going to pass it back. Well, there's the White Castle. Tap 4 to make a 1/1 human. It's pretty strong. Ardenvale. Without Ardenvale's loyalty, the realm would greedily devour itself. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, the set. I wonder if they were loosely basing it on that or something. It's like all the kingdoms in balance with each other. Nah, not really. But... Alright, he's just wild slashing his face to get his phoenixes back. Or his one phoenix. Make a 1/1, chump the horror. I like this blue-white flash deck. It's really cool. You know, who doesn't like playing Reflector Mages and Spell Quellers and... Although you can still play Azorius Spirits, though. I guess you don't get Ether Vial, which is a really strong card in the deck, but... I guess you'd have to play the Coco version. I think I'd play but then you're dealing with mana constraints at that point, and you don't have Noble Hierarch, which is great. Do you get Bird of Paradise? You don't get Bird of Paradise either, do you? You can play Gilded Goose. I guess Gilded Goose isn't terrible. Trying to think what spirits you don't get in the spirits deck. I think you might not get Drogskull Captain, which is pretty powerful, but you get like every other spirit. And you can play Reflector Mage in the sideboard and stuff. And I don't think you get Thalia's not in Pioneer, right? Just the 3-drop Fat Thalia, not the 2-drop one. Ooh, Spell Quellered. Yeah, I think Flash has this. He grinded him down. Oh, I see a Planeswalker. What Planeswalker is that? Is that 4-drop Gideon? I think that's 4-drop Gideon. He's very strong. Oh, Archangel Avacyn. She's dope too. She was so good in Standard. Hell yeah. Dude, I like this Azorius Flash deck. I kind of want to make it. I have all the cards for it except for I guess the Smuggler's Copters, and I don't have the Archangel Avacyn's anymore. I wonder how much she's worth now. Dude. Everything's gonna spike. Everything's gonna spike, you guys, so if you have any like ideas of what you think is gonna spike before you see the top 8 for this tournament, before tomorrow is over, I would go pick up those cards right now. Because they're all gonna spike after this tournament, I bet. Based on what the top 8 is. So now's a chance to take a little gamble. Gideon. Yep, he just Gideon makes an emblem, swings in for the win. GG's. Oh, sweet. We have sideboards. Alright, what do we got? Solemnity. Okay, so what's Flash gonna bring in? I feel like Deputy of Detention seems good. You can take care of those phoenixes, and you can't get wild slashed. So probably the 2 deputies are coming in. Supreme Verdict seems like it's for the like green decks. Surge of Righteousness, I don't know what that does. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That's the 5-drop Teferi, right? Yeah. I think that's more for like grindy matchups. Ether Gust. Is Ether Gust good? No, that's for green and red. Well, he does play red, so maybe the Ether Gust comes in actually. Disdainful Stroke doesn't seem great. Yeah, I think just the 2 deputies. 1 Ether Gust. Is Dovin's Veto anything? I guess you could bring in Dovin's Veto. I don't know how good it is, really. I mean, the deck plays a lot of spells, but like countering the spells doesn't do a whole lot for the Is It Phoenix deck, because really it's getting the multiple uses off of, you know, getting counters off of the Thing in the Ice, getting your Phoenixes back. So I would just say 2 deputies, 1 Ether Gust, maybe 1 Dovin's Veto. And then the Phoenix deck is going to bring in probably 2 Abrades. 2 Anger of the Gods seems good, since all of his guys have like 3 toughness for the most part. The Royal Scions, is that card worth? I don't know. Probably not. Brazen Borrower, is that good? Oh, Disdainful Stroke. And Fry. Okay, Fry's good. He can bring in... Yeah, I think he's just going to bring in, like, the removal stuff. I guess he could bring in Negate and Spell Pierce also, and possibly Mystical Dispute. Actually, Mystical Dispute's really good. Yeah, I'd probably bring all of those 3 counter magics, too. Disdainful Stroke only hits Av. Oh, no, it hits other stuff. I'll probably... Okay, I can get behind bringing in the whole counter package. The 4 counter package. 2 Angers, 2 Abrades, 1 Fry. Sure. Alright, so we got turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, tries to play a Smuggler's Copter, and he counters it with Is It Charm. One of the 3 functions of Is It Charm. Oh, looks like he brought in Chandra. Okay. I guess he's turning into more of a grindy value. Although he kept the Phoenixes in. Maybe he boarded out some number of them. I don't know. He's He's gonna hard cast Phoenix. Brazen Borrower. Okay, I guess he brought that in from the sideboard. I think there's a one of. Yeah, I think Reflector Mage is fine here. He was pondering whether he wanted to play the Selfless Spirit instead. But I think he's got a really good tempo hand. He's got the 5th land and the Archangel Avacyn. Seems really strong. There's Torch of Defiance. Ooh, that's the San Diego Comic-Con sort Torch of Defiance. Let's go. Alright, he's going to flash in Avacyn on the instep. Alright, Crackling Drake. So 4/4 right now. Yep, you cannot counter creatures with Is It Charm. He has to read what the other one does. Yeah, it does 3 damage, not 4. Alright, she's got Vigilance too. Dude, Avacyn is dope. Archangel Avacyn is a sweet card. I think that was a really cool design for a card too. I liked the flip creatures from that set. That was a good set. Except for like Emrakul. I think Emrakul came out in that set, didn't he? That was a bad call. The Promised End. That guy got banned. A little bit too strong there. Mindslaver built into a 13/13 flying creature with protection from instants. That's actually castable. Not a good idea. he's just gonna hard cast the Phoenix. Pass the turn back. He doesn't really have any attacks. Because he can just sack the Selfless Spirit, kill the Drake with Avacyn, and then Avacyn... Does Avacyn flip? Is it if a player takes damage? I can't remember how she flips. It's either a creature dies or a player takes damage. I think it might be a creature dies. Yeah, it's creature dies because he's going to sack. Yeah, this is going to get spell-quellered. This is bad. Bad for the Phoenix player. But he's not going to block now, I don't think. He's just going to take the 6. But that does put him in a hard spot. I don't see what's in his hand. I think he's got a Chart of Course and something else. Is that an Anger of the Gods? Or a Braid? I don't know what that card is. Okay, he drew Thing in the Ice. Oh, it's Madness card. Fiery Temper. Seems good. Gets the Simic Charm back. I don't see why he didn't play the Thing in the Ice first. That was a really big misplay. He could have almost flipped Thing in the Ice. Unless he's just straight up going for the win right here. Oh, he draws another Phoenix. How many Phoenixes is that? 2 in the graveyard? How much damage is that? Is this Crackling Drake have 9 power? It doesn't have 9 power, does it? Dude, it's got 8 power. He's 1 damage off. Wow. That's the power of the Is It Phoenix deck. Yeah, and then he ends up playing the Thing in the Ice. That was really dumb. He should have played the Thing in the Ice to begin with. I guess he was trying to find more instants. If he had found one more instant, he could have, or sorcery, he would have won there. So I guess I can see his line. Oh, he goes to 1. Wow. I guess he didn't see that he could make a 1/1 token and activate the, Yeah, I think the Phoenix player made a few misplays that game. Yeah, I would have done the safer route and put out the thing in the ice. Because he would have flipped the thing in the ice. I mean, or he would have had it on like one. I think he could have played a longer game. I don't think he had to go for it that turn. But GG's. Ooh, Gruul aggro and mono black aggro. Ooh, with Rotting Regisaur. Liliana the Last Hope. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Scrap Heap Scrounger's good, but he just got beat by Gruul aggro. Beat down. Dude, all the aggro decks are using Smuggler's Copter. Actually, just all the creature decks are using Smuggler's Copter. I don't think there's been a single deck that hasn't had Smuggler's Copter except for the Phoenix deck. Yeah, Smuggler's Copter seems like it's just... I think it was just a bad card design that it just... For an artifact to be that diverse and playable in so many different decks. Excuse me. Alright, round number 3. What do we got? What do we got? Hardened Scales. Both Hardened Scales. Okay. I was actually wondering when I was going to see this deck, because I knew Hardened Scales existed. I didn't know how good it was. I think it's just mono green, though. It's not playing like the Serpent. Oh, he is playing the Serpent. Okay. The Serpent's good, dude. Was it Coiling Serpent? No. He's got the Hardened Scales. Yep. Winding Constrictor, that's what it's called. Coiling Serpent, Winding Constrictor. Yeah, so he's got the double. Now everything gets 3 counters when something gets a counter. I knew Winding Constrictor. I was talking to someone about this deck, and I'm like, does the deck use Winding Constrictor? And they're like, no. I'm like, why not? Winding Constrictor is fucking great. I mean, this was the Sultai Energy deck that was really big for that block. And I played this deck. Well, I played the Sultai Energy deck. But this just looks like it's using Winding Constrictor and Vivian Arcbow Ranger, Hardened Scales. And it's probably playing Verdurant Gearhulk. In which case, the Gearhulk would give it just a buttload of tokens. Oh, and they're playing Voracious Hydra, of course. Oh, and the new snake. The new artifact snake. Stone something serpent. That thing's really good and limited, but yeah, I can see its use here. It's protection from multicolored, which is somewhat relevant. It's got reach and trample. That's pretty good. Is it Stone Wall Serpent? Something like that. Oh, and he's playing the 3-drop Nissa. Okay. I thought that was Arcbow, but that's the 3-drop Voice of Zendikar, who makes 0/1 plant tokens, and then she can... I can't remember her other abilities. She's pretty decent, though. Oh, it's put a counter on all your creatures. That's what it does, yeah. Okay, so both of these decks must be playing that, in addition to Vivian. Alright, Tamaiko's getting screwed on land, unfortunately. Yeah, think if he had Hardened Scales out right now. These things would be utterly gigantic. They're already pretty big, but... I mean, he's got a team block here, right? He's just going to take it? What? Okay, he's got Nissa. Got an 8-8 and a 7-7. Alright, he's still in this. He might have to make some sacrificial attackers here in order to get that Nissa off the board. I don't know. Let's see if he attacks or not. I mean, if he does, he has to sacrifice like 2 creatures. I mean, he can attack with his 3 smallest creatures. But if Tamaiko draws another land and plays Vivian Arkbow, okay, he uses the land to give it +3/+3. That's a better attack. Oh, draws the land. Boom. Vivian. Incoming. Alright, he uses it to kill his other big guy. I think that's the better use, actually. Although he just drew Arkbow, I think. Or was it another voice? Okay, it was another voice, I think. Mm-hmm. And another one. He had 3 of them. Wow. He has to block 2 things. So I think you chump the big guy with your 0/1 token. Or wait, what are you doing? Oh, he's gonna take 10 damage, okay. Oh, is that thing of trample? The Voracious Hydra has trample, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, he drew a Voracious Hydra. That was a good draw. If he puts it out, it comes out with, what, 4 counters on it? so he can kill the 3/4 guy. I think you 100% fight the 3/4. Don't make it a huge, voracious Hydra. Oh, he's gonna make it big. I kind of like just getting rid of his opponent's creatures. I don't know. I guess this is good too. The problem is he's at 3 and he's making token creatures, so I don't know which was the better play there. Sixteen 16s. Yep, he's only got 12 defense. Yeah, it's 20 damage. Yeah, just do some addition, dude. You take 20 trample. Or subtraction, rather. Addition and subtraction. Or no, he takes 19 damage, not 20. Still enough. Alright, sideboards. Alright, what do we got here? I like the 4 Fatal Push. I think those are coming in both sides. Thoughtseize. Is Thoughtseize good here? I think maybe bringing in Thoughtseize would be decent, actually. And then Noxious Grasp, of course, those two are coming in. Kill a green planeswalker or creature. Yes, please. Questing Beast seems not good here. Golgari Charm. Golgari Charm could actually be good. Give -1/-1 to everything. They have the exact same sideboard. Are they in the same team or something? Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Now that's another like control-y kind of matchup card. And Questing Beast I think is just not good in this matchup. Maybe it is. I don't know. It kills planeswalkers too, but I feel like just the top like 9 cards are coming in on both sides. Just disruption. We'll see how they sideboard. I'm sure they've play tested a little bit. Yeah, and this deck I think has been around since the beginning of Pioneer. Alright. Game 2, Llanowar. Or Llanowar Mystic. Into Winding Constrictor. These Voracious Hydras are... Yeah, okay, the Fatal Pushes came in, definitely. Maybe they didn't bring in the Thoughtseizes, maybe they just brought in the Fatal Pushes and the Noxious Grasps. Because you do kind of start cutting into the combo aspect of the deck when you're taking out a lot of cards for sideboard. Maybe Thoughtseizes just come in on the play, because turn 1 Thoughtseize is always much better than any other turn. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of 1 and 2 color decks in this format. Because your mana is definitely not smoothed out because you don't have fetch lands. Alright, he's got Vivian, Voice of Zendikar. Yeah, it looks like his opponent is missing land drops. Yeah, I think you have to kill the Constrictor here. Alright, Noxious Grasp takes care of Nissa. Going after his mana again. Kill the Llanowar Elf. Golgari Charm. In response, give his opponent's creatures -1/-1. That should kill the plant token, right? Wait, did he choose to give Indestruct or Regenerate to his guys instead? I think that was a misplay there. Yeah, he's gonna fit. Oh. Not feeling good about that one. The Fatal Push. Oh, shit. Yeah, Nissa Voice of Zendikar on an empty board does not feel very good. Yeah, SCG. Is it in Soul? Oh my god, in Soul Artifact on Ginger Brute. That's funny. Dude, I really like this Azorius Flash deck, though. There was a version of this in Standard not too long ago, too. And it didn't have, like, Reflector Mage and stuff like that. Or Spell Queller. Right, who won that? Azorius Flash. Deck seems super strong. I mean, you look at the cards in it, and, like, all the cards are played in Modern, for the most part, except for Avacyn and, like, Thopter. Or Copter. And, like... But even Inspector gets played in, like, the, well, it used to get played in, like, Death and Taxes. Alright, Mono Green Devotion versus Hardened Scales, round number 4. Already seen these two decks. They both seem very strong. I'm gonna play Nissa, Voice of Zendikar. Make a 0/1 plant token, pass it back. And then it's gonna start getting ugly. A lot of Voracious Hydras killing Mana Dorks today. He's the Mana Dork Destroyer. Fight me, bro. I'm a 1/2. Seems good. Taking away some of his devotion if he has a Shrine of Nykthos in hand, which he does. Or Shrine of Nyx. It was a heads-up play. He knows what he's playing against. His dilemma here is if he plays Jade Light Ranger, in response to the trigger, he can just ping it for 1 and kill it. He still gets the 2 triggers, but, like, again, his devotion is being cut off. And he's probably going to do that right here. Okay, he's probably going to keep the Burning Emissary on the top. He needs a... Oh, he's not going to? Okay. He needs a way to stick his devotion. But he's already in a bad place. Walking Ballista that gets double counters is just disgusting. Walking Ballista is an incredibly good Magic card. I remember when it first came out, people were like, oh, this card's not very good. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Thing is disgusting. Yeah, this is over. You're not beating that. Once you have like the combo with Ballista, it's just like oppressively good. You just can kill anything that comes out. I guess it's not going to show sideboard. Okay. Alright, turn 1 Llanowar Elf into turn 1 Once Upon a Time for Voracious Hydra. Voracious Hydra also seems to be an all-star. It's played in like all the green decks. Really good card. Built-in fight. Alright, well, he just drew 2 cards off the Jade-Light Ranger. Just shows you how powerful this card is. And he had 0 lands in hand, too. And was that Nissa? Oh, that's the one green fight card. If you're fighting another green creature, that must be a sideboard card. It's pretty good. One cost removal for green. Seems good. Again, going after that poor Elvish Mystic. Ballista on one. Alright, that's Nissa. Nissa's going to be hard to beat at this point. Although he's going to bring in Noxious Grasps. He needs to draw a Noxious Grasp here. That would be strong. Or a Fatal Push here so he can attack Nissa. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to race the Nissa army. What's up, Chase? How's it going, man? Oh, and he's got Rex Sage, too. Yeah, this is probably over here. What links do you try to post, Chase? Oh, Twitch clip. Yeah, I can't look at clips right now. I'm doing commentary, making a video. Chill, daddy. Yeah, it's GG. Nissa was just going to take over that game for sure. Okay, we can look at sideboards now. I think Hard Scales brings in 4 Fatal Push, 2 Noxious Grasp, maybe Golgari Charm. And then, oh, Hunt the Hunter. Yeah, he brought in 3 Hunt the Hunters. Probably 2 Questing Beasts. The 2 Reclamation Sages. That's probably it. I don't know what Nylea's Disciple does. I think that's for aggro. I think it might gain you life. Daddy, chill. Alright, game 3. Here it is. Turn 1 Swamp. Not the greatest start. Did he mold a 6 too? Oh, okay, he's got Fatal Push. That's why he played the Swamp first. And then Once Upon a Time finds Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista has been an all-star too. Card is very strong. Seeing a lot of it in Pioneer. It'll push that elf. Dude, the elves are getting brutalized. Kill the dork. Always kill the dork. And then Whining Constrictor, okay. Hasn't had a Hardened Scales turn 1 in any of these games. Hunt the Hunter. Oh yeah, Hunt the Hunter gives +2/+2. I forgot. That card's really good against green. It's a really well-crafted sideboard for Mr. Baumeister. Although we didn't get to see the sideboards in the first game with the 2 mono green decks, they probably both were playing that card too, I would imagine. Since, you know, the internet. Word travels fast. Okay, he's gonna Noxious Grasp the Mystic. No one wants each other to get out too fast because these decks just like run away with the game if they get out a little ahead. Alright, Castle Garenbrig, Llanowar Elf. Yeah, looks like they're both playing 8 mana dorks. Four Llanowar, 4 Mystic. Alright, he grabs his 4th land. Passes it back. Alright, makes that 6th mana with Castle Garenbrig. Card is really good. Does he just have 2 Planeswalkers in his hand? Yeah, I think Hardened Scales might be losing here pretty quickly. Yeah, that's a 8/8 Voracious Hydra. Seems bad. Yeah, unfortunately these Planeswalkers don't do a lot without creatures on the board. You have to have creatures on the board. So if you just like kill all their creatures, then they're kind of useless Planeswalkers. Alright, round number 5. Here we go. These matches have been really quick. I like it. Not bogged down in these. I'm sure control decks will start popping up once the format is settled a little bit. Oh, it's switching to Modern. Okay, we're doing Modern now. So they are doing 4 and 4. Okay, so it's 4 Pioneer, 4 Modern, 4 Pioneer, 4 Modern. Alright, Crixus-Shadow versus Simic Urza. I was just... That's hilarious. I'm like, no Dirtly Control or Urza decks. I was going to say Urza decks. To bog down the rate of play. Crixus-Shadow. I love this deck. I have this deck. I think I'm going to start playing this deck again. It kind of fell out of favor for a while, but I think it's good now with like Urza and some other decks running around in the meta. I'm just going to have to tweak it a little bit. I think it plays 4-teamer Battle Rages now instead of the 2 it used to play. Alright, he's putting explosives on 1 because he knows he's playing Death Shadow. And that's the magical number to kill Mr. Death Shadow. Alright, Thoughtseize. Oko or Urza? One of those is the grab, right? I'm surprised he played... I guess he was afraid of running it into a Stubborn Denial, which is why he didn't play Oko. Alright, he's going to take Oko. Oko is very strong. Alright, Urza's on the battlefield. He probably has a Fatal Push here, I would assume. Which is why he just fetched. Yep. He's got Stubborn and Battle Rage. And Kolagon's Command. Kolagon's Command also very good right now. I think the deck's playing 4 of them again. Or 3 or 4 of them. When it was playing like 0 of them before. Or like 1 main deck. Nice, neat little 2-for-1. Kill your engineer explosives, deal 2 to your construct. Yeah, I think you throw it to Fairy here. He's going to take him up. I thought he was going to bounce the Astrolab and replay it. That's draw 2. So now Mueller's drawing a bunch of land. Moolah. Yeah, this is bad. He needs a threat. He has 2 Stubborn Denials in his hand too, which are not going to do much until he has a Ferocity out. Oh yeah, but he can tap for the. I forgot he had the cryptic command in hand. Urza is so broken, God. Turns all his artifact into mana producers. Gross. And then Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary is stupidly good too. The fact that it's an island, like, what is that? Why did they make it an island, dude, and not just a normal land? It would still get played if it was a normal land, but now you can fetch for it. It's so good. R&D needs to chill out. All right, sideboard. Crixus-Shadow. What are you bringing in? What's good here? Is Damping Sphere really that good against this deck? I don't know if he's playing the infinite version. I don't think he's... Is he playing the infinite version? He probably is. So Damping Sphere is not that good. I like the 2 Mystical Disputes. That's good. I like Plague Engineer's good for the Thopters. 2 Surgical seems good. Disdainful Stroke seems good. Engineered Explosives. Bring in the 4th Kolagon's Command. I think for sure you're going to bring in the 2 Mystical Disputes, 2 Plague Engineers, 2 Surgicals, and 1 Disdainful Stroke. I don't know if you need another Kolagon's Command here. Because again, destroying their artifacts doesn't mean much unless you're destroying the key artifacts. Maybe you are, because, you know, Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Mink. Well, the Thopter Foundry is what you have to kill. Sword of the Mink just comes back. So maybe he brings in the Kolagons too. And then Urza's going to bring in 3 Path to Exile, 100%. 2 Drown in the Lock seem good too. Probably Thought Seizes and Ensnaring Bridge also. Or no, the Ensnaring... He's got Karns in there, that's why he's got these. He must have Karns. I mean, if you're playing Mycosynth Lattice, you gotta be playing Karn, right? So I guess these 3 are just gonna stay on the sideboard. So yeah, he can bring in 3 Paths, 2 Drowns, 2 Thoughtseize, and that's it. You say definitely K-Command Psycho Jive? I mean, if he's playing 3 main, I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, most of the artifacts in the Urza deck are not really worth destroying. Because, I mean, you're destroying Astrolabs and, you know, Mox Opal and, like, you know, stuff that is not really impactful. I mean, you do want to kill the Thopter Foundry, but there's only 1 Thopter Foundry in the deck. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I could see a debate whether to not put in the 4th Kolagon's Command. There might be an argument for a better card than that. But... he very well might put it in. It's hard to say. I mean, I think, yeah, I think maybe slightly in favor of putting it in. But I can see the argument. Yeah, Bridge gives you trouble, but I mean, that he has to get Karn out to get the Bridge, right? I mean, he's playing Karn to get the one of those artifacts out. And then he's already playing the 3 Kolagons main already, so I don't know. And he's got counter magic too that can counter the Bridge or the Karn. But yeah, I can definitely see him bringing in the Kolagon's Command. All right, what is he gonna grab? This is a tough one. I think it's between Mox Opal and Bauble. Or maybe explosives. If he has a Death Shadow in his hand, I can see a dilemma there. But I guess he's just going to take the Mox Opal because he doesn't want him to have an explosive start. Because he has an Urza in hand. Yeah, and he has no way to get rid of Urza in his hand right now, so, or counter it. Alright, he's got Gurmag Angler, but that's going to get pathed. He just drew a path. He's going to be so pissed. That's what sucks the most when you're playing hand destruction. You're like, oh, I see your hand. I have perfect information. And then you're like, you throw your creature right into a path that he just drew. Feels bad. Feels real bad. That's getting passed. Damn, I wanted him to have the cam on Mueller when he cast the path. I want to see what facial response he gave to that. I'd definitely snicker. I'd probably snicker. I'd be like, okay, okay. Because I think he's got a Stubborn Denial in hand, too. Yeah, he's going to put it on 1. Engineered on 1. Protection versus the Death Shadow. Oh, he drew another Gurmag, though. That's a nice draw, too. Can he play it this turn, though? Okay, he's got a fetch land. Yeah, he could play it right now if he tapped out. He's probably going to do that. Okay, he's got the Dismember now for the Urza, which is good. Alright, he's going to bobble the top of his own deck and then shuffle it away. Wow, he reshuffled 4 lands to the top. That's crazy. Alright, he's going to be able to Mystic Monastery back his Path of Exile next turn and then play Urza. Or keep it up for Cryptic Command. Okay, he drew another Urza. That's strong. I mean, he's probably going to play Urza here, right? Get back the path. Or put the path on top. Yep. Alright, he's gonna go down to 7. He wants to juice up his Oh, it's because he wanted to cast both of them. Okay, he goes down to 3. Alright, gets him down to 2. I didn't see what he drew. He drew another land. He's drawing a... He's getting pretty unlucky. He drew a bunch of lands game 1, too. He's got the flood out disease. I had that last night at F&M, dude. I flooded so many games. It was terrible. And there's like nothing you can do about it. It's the worst thing ever. Alright, Battle Rage. I think he drew a Snap. I don't know, he drew Thought Scour. Except play Titan Shift. Dude, he drew another land. Oh my god, how unlucky. Wow. He's got what, Urza's Bauble in hand? He drew another land. Dude, feels so bad. He probably boarded out his lightning bolts anyways, though. Actually, does the deck play lightning bolts now? It might have gotten rid of lightning bolt to play more Teamer Battle Rages. I'd like to see his full list, but I think they're playing the 4 Battle Rages over playing lightning bolt now. Alright, during his upkeep, he Cryptic Commanded. Oh, some are just playing 3 Teamer Battle Rages. Because they were playing 2, like, during, like, Hogak and, like, before. And then now because of the Urza decks. Yeah, Scion is pretty good. I think they're only playing, like, 1 Scion main, though. I need to pick up a Scion. I need to get that card. Oh, they're playing 3 Bolt? Really? Bolt seems not very good right now. It's like horrible against Urza. Oh, okay, he's just got the win off of 2 snappies. Katana sleeves, not worth the $1 extra you have to pay for them. One rage? I don't know about that. I think they're all playing like 3 or 4 rages now because of the Urza decks. The guy that just won... Yeah, no, Scion's really good. The guy who won the Star City Open that was playing the Royal Scion from like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. He was playing like 3 or 4 Teamer Battle Rages main and the Royal Scion. And I think he was only playing like a bolt or 2. I don't know if he was playing any bolts actually. I don't remember. Because they're playing Dismember now over Bolt. So they're playing like 2 or 3 Dismember and like 4 Fatal Push, and that's like their only removal. And then Bolt's just like not in the deck anymore. I haven't seen a single Bolt yet on his side in game 1. I mean, they would have been boarded out if he had them, but I suspect that they're not playing Bolt anymore. It seems like it's a bad time for Bolt. Because it just doesn't kill anything on the Urza side. Like everything's got 4 toughness. You'd rather have Scion over Rage. The thing about Temur Battle Rage, though, is it gives it... you can just surprise kill them out of nowhere. They're just like, oh, chump block, you're like, die. I mean, the Scion, they know what's coming, so they can prepare for whatever. So I think just like one Scion. I'm more for like one Scion, 3 Battle Rage. I think that's the right number, probably. We'll see though. We'll see if a Grixis makes top 8 here. I'd like to see the lists. Dude, there's Eli Cassis in the back. Just top 8'd the Pro Tour. Feels good, man. And of course, Scion costs 3 mana, not 2. Ugh. Oh wait, no, he has a Bloodstain. Okay, that hand's good. I thought he just had a Swamp. That would have been terrible. Alright, he's going to keep this for sure. Probably going to put back a Thought Scour since he has 3 of them in hand. Oh shit, he mulled a 4? Whoa. That's a feel bad moment. No, for sure, I agree. I think Scion's a really good card in the Crixus-Shadow deck, for sure. But I just think like the Death Shadow deck's very low to the ground. You don't want a lot of high cost cards. And if you're already playing like 2 or 3K commands, and then you're playing Snappies, which are like at least 3 mana to use effectively, you don't want a bunch of 3-drops in there. Gilded Goose. It's the first time I've seen Gilded Goose in Urza. Although Gilded Goose is pretty good. It's a strong card. Although we haven't seen it yet in Pioneer. Everyone's just playing the Llanowar Elves and Mystics. Yeah, he's gonna kill the Gilded Goose. I feel that's a good play. Because he doesn't want to just to be making food every turn. And potential to gain a lot of life. And feed the Oko that might come out. Ooh, Mystical Dispute. Nice, nice. Looks like both players are out of gas. Okay, he drew K command. I wonder what he's gonna do here. Does he have any creatures in his graveyard? I can't tell. Oh yeah, he's a Death Shadow. Very nice. That is a 9/9 Death Shadow. Alright, he gets Sanctuary. What's he getting back? Path, yep. Seems good. Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary is like stupidly strong. I can't believe they made it an island. I honestly cannot. It's insanity being able to fetch for it. I think that was a big mistake. I drew another land. Poor Mueller, man. Mulled a 4 and he's flooding again. Did you get a creature? Is that Gurmag? No, Death Shadow. Nice. Nice. Oh, top deck's the Urza. See, here's where Temur Battle Rage would be great. It would be better than the Royal Scion here because he could just straight up win on his next turn. He just Battle Rages, kills him. Royal Scions would let him get through for some trample damage, but it wouldn't kill him. Okay, he drew Stubborn Denial. That's okay. Alright, he's gonna get him for 10. Oh, he used it on his opponent's turn, okay. I don't know what he was hoping for there. I guess like a cryptic or something. Wait, can't you play lands off of Urza? Oh, okay, he just exiled it. He was waiting to play it. Cool. Yep, Battle Rage. GG. Oh, he needs to get what? Cryptic Command here? Oh, Drown in the Lock. Oh, Stubborn Denial. Oh, yeah, he had the Stubborn Denial. Yeah, there's no way he could lose there. Nice. Dude, that was pretty sweet, though. Got the Drown in the Lock off Urza. And then he had a Stubby D it. Dude, look at Dylan Dawn again. He's like, oh, God. Oh, my God. So close. That was pretty sweet. That was a pretty good game. Yes, in fact, Aaron Barrich, I love you. Still got the cojones to play Infect. I love Infect. Infect's one of my favorite decks. I have it. I haven't played it in a while though. Oh, he's playing Oko. Oko Infect. Oh my god, of course. Of course. Gotta try that Oko out, right? Yeah, Infect's pretty good against Urza. Did she just 2-0 him? Boom. Scale up, Might of Old Croja. GG. Oops. Alright, here we go. Mono Green Devotion versus Eldrazi-tron? Mono Green Devotion in Modern? Okay. That might be incorrect. You might have the wrong title up there, or the wrong deck name. Or maybe Pioneer just sparked this new deck in Modern. Oh, he's playing the Devoted Druid combo, too. Vikings play MTG? Dude, he does look like a Viking. What a beast. Okay, he's gonna crack his map in response because Karn is a built-in Stony Silence. Oh, he's just gonna scoop him up. Yeah, he probably was gonna go get Mycosynth Lattice and just play it the next turn. There's nothing he could do about it. He didn't want to show if he was playing Tron or Eldrazi Tron. I think that's why he scooped there, rather than trying to, 1% chance to win, play it out. So his opponent probably thinks he's on normal Tron now. Yeah, he's playing the Leyline of Abundance. So this is the, like the Pioneer deck that got banned out. Or Leyline got banned. And it's got like the Druid, and it's got like some extra stuff that the Pioneer deck didn't have, but it's very similar. Alright, Chalice on 1. Just gonna grab a land off that. Oh, is that the Selkie? Or the Satyr? It draws a card when it comes into play for a 2/2 and 3 devotion. Wistful Selkie. The Merfolk Wizard. There's the Collector Ophi. Okay, Selkie's getting dismembered. Get out of here. Does he have 4 Karns in his hand? Oh my god, he has 4 Karns in his hand. I had a thought not. Ooh, that's a Genesis Hydra. Okay, so this deck Genesis Hydras for a ton. Is this what the Pioneer one did? Did it use Genesis Hydra? What do I think about restricted list prices tanking lately? Oh, are they starting to tank? I think it was bound to happen. They were like inflating like so much. Like I don't know why the fuck they like inflated so much over the last like few years. Like it's not like a bunch of new players were playing Legacy. Like I don't know. I feel like it was like just market manipulation. I don't really know. But it was bound to pop. Like, the bubble is bound to pop. Like, no one plays Legacy. Like, no one wants to spend what people want for those cards. Like, 15%. 15%'s whatever. Like, they're still expensive. Like, as... I still think they're more expensive than they should be. For a format that's gonna die if they aren't careful. Like, because now they got Pioneer. Like, very few people are going to play Legacy. Like, just the diehard people that... They really need to reprint dual lands. And then Legacy would probably get played again by a lot more people. And even if you reprint dual lands, like the original versions of them are still going to be worth a lot of money. I mean, they're not going to be worth quite as much. They're going to, like, lose a little bit of value, but... I mean, look at Tarmogoyf. The thing's been reprinted, like, 7 times, and it's still, like... You know, $70, $80. It's still like around the same price that it's been forever. And the older versions are worth more. Wait, did he just... Oh, he used Blast Zone. Nice. Yeah, he's just going to scoop him up. Alright, I guess we don't get to see sideboards. Oh, is Star City Games not doing Legacy tournaments anymore? Or are they not doing just strictly Legacy tournaments anymore? Because they're still doing the team trios, which includes Legacy. Unless that was a really recent announcement. Only 2 a year, okay. I mean, they're still going to have them in team trios, but yeah. I mean, Legacy's kind of stale right now anyways, after Ren 6 got made. Like the format got super narrow, and it's all just like Teamer Delver and like, you know, some random other decks. The field's probably at least 50% Teamer Delver. Alright, Devoted Druid. Oh, I see an Oko. So is he playing Malira, Sylvan Outcast, so he can get infinite Devoted Druid mana? He must be, right? Or the other guy. Since he's playing White Splash, he must be playing the other guy too, right? The Remedies guy. The white creature. Oh, he just straight up Tron Mycosynth Latticed him turn 4. Gross. Vizier of Remedies, that's the card I'm thinking of. Oh, now all the Urza decks are Simic. Are they playing all playing Oko now? And Gilded Goose. Oko is Broko. Alright, what do we got? Urza Outcome versus Humans. Alright, Humans. I remember that deck. Alright, Champion of the Parish into Thallo's Lieutenant. Swing in for 3. Pretty good start. Has he got Mana Strider? If he goes turn 3 Mana Strider, that could be a turn 4 win here. Humans can kill on turn 4 if they get these super fast starts like this. Pithing Needle? I guess the only thing you can name with Pithing Needle is Ether Vial. Controversy with Burchett at the MCQ? I have no idea. Is that the Mythic Championship qualifier? Was that the online one? GG. Yeah, that's like a super strong start for humans. Alright, sideboards. Alright, outcome's gonna bring in what? 3 Path to Exile seems good. 2 Oko? Is Oko good against humans? I feel like it can't be bad. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, she had the writing on the sleeves. The LGBTQ have rights like everyone else or something like that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. She got DQ'd for that. Dang. I mean, I guess it is a basic, like, breach of, like, you can't have, like, markings like that on your card. Oh, she refused to replace the lands? Wow. I mean, I think it was cool enough to, like, get it out there, because she was already on camera with them, so, like, I would have just replaced the lands at that point. I don't know. She got the message out. I think you don't need to actually go the extra to get DQ'd for it. But yeah, 3 Path to Exile. And 2 Oko. I think those are the only things that are kind of relevant here. And then humans is going to bring in, what, 2 Dismember, 2 Collector Ophi. Just 2 Dismember, 2 Collector Ophi? And, oh, and 1 Plague Engineer. Chat was a shit show. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I agree with her. I mean, I agree with her, like, stance on it, but, like, I don't know. Unless, like, unless Wizards of the Coast themselves were, like, somehow prejudiced, which I have not heard of at all. I think she should have just replaced the lands after they told her they were going to DQ her. Because I haven't heard anything about Wizards being, like, anti-gay or anything like that, or anti-LGBT. LGBTQ. I don't even know all the letters anymore. LGBTQ? Is it LGBTQ? Yeah. Alright, Goosey. Alright, he got the vial, so he could potentially have a really fast start here, too. Who's Therese Nielsen? I don't know. Do they work for Wizards? Oh, she's an artist for Force of Will. Oh, well, that she doesn't even work for Wizards though. I mean, was she like trying to like get them to fire her or like to not let her do art for Magic anymore or something like that? That seems, I don't know. I mean, I don't agree that. I mean, I agree with Autumn Burchett. Like, I mean, obviously, LGBTQ rights are important and need to be adhered to. You know, like any other, minority rights. Um, but yeah, that person seems a little bit removed from the organization. I could understand if like the leader of Wizards, like the CEO of like Hasbro or something was like anti. I could see the reason, the cause to continue to protest. But like, I mean, she's a part of the like league. She didn't quit the league like what's his name, Jerry Thompson quit because like he's been fighting like Wizards for a while about like how the pros are treated and stuff. Um, in terms of like making a living and things like that. And he just flat out like, I think Jerry Thompson doesn't like streaming because I think in their contract they have to stream, and I think he's a little bit. He might have like stage anxiety or something like that. I don't think he wants to stream because he doesn't stream. Like I've only seen him stream ever like a few times, and he would be incredibly popular if he streamed. Like he would have like thousands of people watching him for sure. Like he's a totally cool guy. Um, but I don't think he likes streaming, and I think like that part of it, like where you have to like stream. I don't know how many days a week you have to stream. Like what, like 30 hours a week or something like that. When you're part of the getting the 60,000 a year salary for Wizards, you got to be out there promoting for them. And I don't think he wanted to do that. I think he just wanted to get the 60,000 a year, or he wanted something for just being a pro Magic player, like like other pro sports and stuff. At least I think so. I'm not 100% sure why Jerry Thompson, but I know he was at odds with like the organization, with Wizards of the Coast, and how like the pro players are treated and stuff, and how it's very hard for them to make a living off of it without having another job. But I mean, it is what it is. Like you can't make popularity something more popular just because you want it to be so. Like things have to be very popular for you to get like endorsements and stuff and actually like make a good living off of like a sport or something like that. And esports are like have finally made it to that point, but I don't think Magic's ever going to be to the point where you're making like, a lot of money being a pro Magic player. This is not going to happen. There's not enough interest in it. But anyway, back to the game. We got a little sidetrack there. Looks like Humans is laying the beat down. But Autumn is down but not out. Now there's only 4 power on the board. Explosives on 1. That's actually going to do a lot on this board right here. Alright, she's going to get a nice 3 for 1 with the explosives. Alright, she had another path. Only got 3 power on the table. I don't know what's in his hand. Seems like red decks would be tough for Urza. I don't know the matchup. Burn. I don't know. Yeah, I guess like any like fast aggro decks are good against Urza, or fast combo decks. Gilded Goose. Thalio's a great draw. Has he got 2 lands in hand? Oh, Reflector Mage is what you meant. Oh, okay. Yeah, Reflector Mage is a great card. It's good versus many decks. Alright, he's going to detention the goose. Throw that goose in jail for your crimes against humanity. Yeah, I think you play Meddling Mage and name Urza. Call it good. Alright, she's going to eat a food. Gain 3, lose 5. Go to 3. Name Urza. He probably named Urza. Seems like the right name. Alright, eats her last food, goes down to 2. Gonna draw a Psy. Is it enough? I don't think so. She's gonna gain 4 off killing her own Opal. Take 5, go to 1. Alright, she's still alive. I wonder why she cited Nature's Claim. I think that was a bad call. I don't think Artifact Destruction is good against humans. I don't care if they have an Ether Vial or not. It's just not prudent. Because, like, you have to have it for Ether Vial, and if you draw it any other time, it's dead. You draw it mid-game, it's dead. Did I just use the wrong pronoun? What? I said she. Yeah, they. You can use they. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to use they? Wait, what? Autumn Burchett doesn't identify female? Yeah, I don't. Whatever. Like, that whole, like, thinking you're not one sex or the other, it's whatever, dude. I don't. That's. That's getting into the realm of, like, weird, like, I don't know. I mean, there are organisms that are both sexes, but humans are not one of them. You know what I mean? I mean, you can think you're a unicorn too, but that doesn't make it so. Like, wow, she's still in this. Holy crap. She drew Mox Amber and then Paradoxical that made 3 Thopters. But yeah, I think it's over now. Or is it? Astrolab. And he's just been drawing lands. I can't believe she's still in this. Wow. That's insane. That's what flooding does. Finally goes down. She was in there for a lot longer than I thought. A lot. I thought she was gonna lose that game like 6 turns ago. GG's. Oh, here's the Hardened Scales deck. Let's take a look at it. Where's the deck list? Okay. 4 Llanowar, 4 Mystic, 4 Constrictor, 4 Voracious, 4 Walking Ballista, 3 Stone Coil, 1 Rishkar. Yes, Rishkar. He was awesome. He was like a 1 of in the, or a 2 of in the standard version of this deck. 1 Mana Gorger Hydra, 3 Nissa, 3 Vivian, 4 Hardened Scale, 4 One Spawn Time. Seems pretty straightforward. Lots of 4 ofs. Alright, well, here we are, round number 8, the final round. The final round of the day. What's it gonna be? Please be something interesting. Urza versus Tron. Get out of here, bro. Alright. Urza versus Tron, let's see it. Turn 1 Chrome Star. Chromie Star. Alright, do they got the turn 3 Tron? Looks like it. And then we got Gilded Goose number 2. It's the Gilded Geese now. We got the Geese. All they've got in their hand is a Cryptic Command. Seems not great. And he's got 2 Cryptic Commands. That's actually kind of good. If you can counter all their threats. Dude, this guy's got the weird, like, he goes like, he like flicks him a couple times and goes, with like 1. What is that? This is like the Steven Dickman, like, patented hand riffling. It's very bizarre. He's got his own little flourish. His own little flourish on it. Okay, so rather than countering what he was going to play, he bounced his land. Did he get to look at his hand at any point? Oh, he might have seen the Ulamog with the Mishra's Bauble. That might be why he's doing it this way. Because you can't stop the triggers from Ulamog. And he knows if Ulamog gets cast, he's going to get, like, 2 lands blown up. And it's going to be bad. Or two geese blown up. Maybe he's just trying to prevent him from getting to Ulamog, I guess. Although he's got a bunch of lands in his hand. I really like the matte gold sleeves that exist now. They didn't used to exist. You could only get the like glossy, like gold and silver, and now they have matte ones. It's pretty cool. I'd throw that in there because he's got the gold matte. Alright, bounces his Tron land again. He is out of cryptic commands now. So you can throw out Thragtusk here. Why is he not playing cards? I don't fucking get what this Tron player is doing. Oh, he doesn't have Tron. Oh, duh. He's got 2 power plants. He's got no mine. Okay. My bad. And he went to go... Oh, I'm confused. He went to go get a freaking Blast Zone instead of the Tron land he needed? Huh? Am I seeing this right? Alright, discards a Great Creator. Alright, he's out of he's out of Cryptics. He's gonna get drawn next turn. He's gonna play Ugin. Ugin seems good. Oh, he's got enough to play. Does he have Karn in his hand too? Okay, so he's gonna have to play. Okay, he has to get rid of that Karn, right? So he has to play 7-drop Karn to kill the other Karn, I think. Because if he gets Mycosynth Lattice, he just loses. But now he's going to play Damping Sphere, so I think Tron's going to lose this game. Casting 3 Cryptics in a row while developing his mana, having 2 Gilded Goose. Yeah, Urza's busted. Like, Urza's what let him do this. It let him freaking 2-spell, 2 4-drops. Because all of his artifacts produce mana. Oh, he is going to Ugin. Oh, he's going to Ugin and +3 kill the Karn. Okay, that's the play. Then he's got a 10 counter Ugin in play. That's the play, right? Yeah, that's better than playing Karn. Or 9 counter Karn. Or Ugin. Yep. me ask a question. It's like Broco. Broke back Thief of Crowns. Yeah, he's gonna swing at everything at Ugin. Yeah, this is a long game one for sure. It's pretty close too. I think Tron's gonna win though. He needed exactly Ugin. Like Ugin really saved the day. Because he's gonna -4 now and just wipe his board. Oh, I guess it doesn't kill. It does not kill his construct though. So, but he's got a blast zone. So like, although if he has a land, he can just throw it on Thragtusk here. And just block the. Yeah, he's got a land. Yeah, you can just hard cast Thragtusk at this point. Yeah, he's just gonna -4. Yeah, he doesn't just kill you, he exiles you. Exiles all colored permanents. It's kind of racist if you think about it. It's a racist dragon. Oh wait, he didn't play. What the hell is this guy doing? Doesn't Damping Sphere let you produce a mana of any color? Oh no, it just says if you produce more than one, you produce one colorless. Never mind, he couldn't hardcast Thraggy. But he'll just blow up Damping Sphere. Although Tron's in trouble now. I thought he had another land in hand. He does not. He really needs to draw a land next turn and play Ulamog. Ulamog will get him out of this mess because Ulamog's broken. Actually, even playing a Thragtusk here would be pretty good. Or next turn if he draws like a forest. Oh, that construct's a 6/6 now, so he's swinging in for 10 here. Actually, 13. Yeah, Tron might just lose this straight up. Yeah, I think he needs to play Thragtusk for the life gain. Actually, O-Stone will save him. If he draws O-Stone, it's fine. Okay, he should have blown up the sphere. He would take one less damage. Okay, he has to play Ulamog and kill the construct and an elk. No, you can't do that, dude. Oh, he just lost the game. Oh wait, never mind. He'll go to 1. Okay, he's not dead. Nope, he's dead. I guess he was dead either way. Damn. Can't believe he won that one. Cannot believe it. Got real lucky. He was able to cryptic him 3 times in a row and bounces Tron land 3 times. Cool though. Cool. Cool. Although I don't like Urza decks. I think Urza decks are lame. That's besides the point. Alright, sideboard time. He's going to pull 1 Damping Sphere out of the sideboard, put it in the deck. 2 Assassin's Trophies are going to come in, 2 Thoughtseize, and then the rest stays in the sideboard for Karn. And then Mono Green Tron's going to bring in 2 Veil of Summer. And probably 2 Nature's Claim. Although Nature's Claim, not that great against Urza. I'll say it again. Not that great. Especially, these versions now I don't think are even playing, they're not playing the Thopter Foundry Sword of the Meek. They're just playing Oko. Oko is their win condition, basically. They just, like, completely, like, gum up the board and just, like, Oko. And just, like, Oko makes an army of 3/3s. I think that's the win condition now in these decks, is what it looks like to me. Because I haven't seen Thopter Foundry all day. No one's played it, and I've seen like 3 Urza decks being played. So Nature's Claim seems kind of irrelevant now against this Urza deck. I don't know, maybe not. I guess since now they're playing Karn, there's stuff to Nature's Claim. Okay, so 2 Nature's Claim, 2 Veils. Cool. Let's go. But yeah, Oko is disgustingly strong. Like, that card is obviously did not compute with the designers of it, how good it was. Wow. Turn 1, Mox Opal, Astrolab, Bobble, Emery. Okay. Pretty ideal. Pretty ideal. Got the Damping Sphere. Oblivion Stone's good. Yeah, because even if he kills the Damping Sphere here, Emery can just recast it from his graveyard. Wow, he had Urza too. Damn. Does he have... Oh, he doesn't have mana to Cryptic Command here. He has Metallic Rebuke, though. He's sitting pretty safe. Excuse me. This is a close one. Again. Dude, he has the Cryptic again. Okay, in response, he can... Okay, in response, he should have Nature's Claimed the Damping Sphere. Did he just top deck Oko? Damn, dude. Does he have 11 damage here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 10. Yeah, he's got 12 damage. GG. Yeah, dude, Oko is Broko, man. And Urza and Oko are just busted. Those might be the 2 most powerful cards in Modern right now. Well, maybe not Oko, but Urza is one of the most powerful cards in Modern right now. Card is busted. Alright, that's it. He's 2-0 Tron with fucking Simic Urza. Okay. Alright. Oh, we get to see the Mono Green Devotion. Okay. 4 Land Aura, 4 Mystic, standard, 4 Burning, of course, 4 Jade Light, 4 Walking Ballista, 4 Voracious Hydra, 3 Skoos, 4 Vivian, 4 Nissa, 4 Nykthos, 2 Castle, 15 Forest. Seems pretty straightforward. Hunt the Hunted, yeah. Pretty solid. Alright. That concludes our day number 1 for the Star City Games Pioneer / Modern Invitational. This video is going to go up on my YouTube channel, which is Lock_Daddy. You can watch it in scathing HD there. It'll also be up on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Lock_Daddy. Follow me on Twitter, which is at Lock_Daddy1 for updates on my streaming and whatever else is going on in my life. And yeah, we'll see you later. Tomorrow, actually, for day number 2.